Well, this is the highlight of my year. I get to go to Bangkok, Chinatown today and buy stuff. It's only like an hour and 45 minutes, I think, from home. But I do have a slow leak in one of my tires. So every time I leave for a long trip, I gotta stop at a service station and pump that thing back up to 36 pounds or whatever. I'll get new ones soon, but in the meantime, I don't want to do it now because I'm going to Canada pretty quick. Here, let's get some something to drink, a little snack, because it's a long drive into Bangkok. It's kind of hot right now. And I love the service stations. They got full service stations. They got everything in here, from mini marts to coffee shops to you can buy clothes and have a shower, do everything. Gotta love these tour buses, hey? There's a ton of them in this service station today. I don't know, they must all be going somewhere. They are decked out fancy. And off we go through our capital city, Chonburi, and looking for the quickest way to get to Bangkok. And we'll take what we call the southern route. Now, back in the day, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, there was one lane going each way into Bangkok. But now we have, well, look at this highway that ends abruptly. When we get up here, we're probably going to be like 100 feet in the air. And here there's 3 lanes going each way on top and 4 lanes going each way underneath. And the toll is like, read your license plate, right? And collect the money at the other end, which is pretty cool now. But we've probably got 12, 13, 14 sometimes lanes going each way now into Bangkok and out. And then, 70 kilometers later, we go back down and land in Chinatown. Yaowarat, famous place. I couldn't believe it. I thought that this was the place where I went and bought parts and stuff all the time, but it turns out it's a major tourist attraction. I've got an air tag in my truck in case I can't find my way back here. So I booked this little hotel and gonna stay there tonight. Oh, I think it's right down here. I think I see it already. Down this tiny little alley because that's where they are. The thing is, they built these buildings like years ago, right? To get in there, they had rickshaw wide roads, and so there was no widening the roads because the property lines are already established. So anyway, they just build it up. There's no room for windows between the buildings or anything. So this little hotel I stayed in, really cute, self check-in, punch some numbers from your Agoda bill and get into the room. Yeah, it didn't work. The lady came and helped me. But what's so cute is the Chinese guys, the old guys, probably my age or older, and they are like just sitting around, eating their noodle soup and their braised duck and stuff. It's just sweet guys, so friendly too, and but behind every one of them's a story. They've been in this place since they were born, probably born in here somewhere, and did their business, made their money, survived, raised their families in the middle of this smog. It's just filthy in here now. It's cleaned up a lot. It used to be terrible. It used to be just black in here. So my annual trip, I've got a list of stuff in my phone that I need to buy just to replenish some of my stock. I'm going to buy some material for my next upholstery projects in Canada. We are going to look for a parkade. This truck is well, it's a Toyota truck, but it's Tacoma size, and you can't go up there without like backing up and jogging, around the corners. So I notice online a lot of people just complaining bitterly because they can't get their car up there without scraping it on all four corners. Well, I've been up there dozens of times and I've never scraped my car. So I think it might have something to do with not knowing where the corners of your car are. But this is Warajak Road. I just came up Supa, and it's a couple of my favorite roads. And here is the parking lot. We're going to get in here and get a ticket. We'll park in here for the day or for however long it takes us to do all of our business. Hopefully I'm early enough that there's lots of good spots. Okay, turn number 1. Here we go. Good thing we got a diesel engine, lots of torque. And we get up here to the flat spot, and guess what? You'd run right into the wall. So we do a little jockeying, and then aim for the next opening. You got the steering wheel cranked all the way, and it's barely staying off of the guardrail, like barely. You've got no play at all. And there we go. Hit the next one. Back up a little bit. It's nice when nobody's coming behind you. And I'm early enough here. I think there should be lots of parking spots. Oh, look at that. 4th level. And we've actually got parking spots. I often park on this one anyway because it's handy. So then what we'll do is we will look for some breakfast, but let's get to the next part of Chinatown, which is where the auto parts all are. It's Orajak is the name of it, and very, very cool. You can buy anything there. But there's an elevator. That's cool, right? Downstairs, and then there's bathrooms if you need them. 3 baht to go to the bathroom. They're just kind of opening up here, so people are kind of moving in. Shops are starting to open. And then here's the junk shops. Junk shops. I mean, they have literally, they do have everything in here. So we're going to head in here first of all and buy some electrical parts things. So I found this guy, and he's counting them out and adding them up in this calculator. And I don't know, it's a bunch of plugins and stuff. But in the end, it's like, $20, $30 or whatever for a whole pile of stuff. And stuff just gets more and more gaudy all the time. Look at these butterflies. Aren't they beautiful? Wouldn't you love to have one of them? Yeah, in your little girl's bedroom? Toyota parts. I need some parts for my Toyota truck. And you can get absolutely any part for your Toyota here. So I got a kind of a front fender flare and a back bumper guard. And you just keep hauling this stuff one after another back to the truck, put it in the truck, go back down. Here's this guy, portable welding shop right on the street. I love it. He's got a buzz box in there and an extension cord hooked to some neighbor's power outlet or something. And this is the rubber places. There's a bunch of them around. Yeah, this lady's just so cute. Then the leather store. Boy, oh boy, they got a lot of leather. See, they're all on one street. You hit the leather store street and all the leather stores are right there. It's really cool. I bought stuff here a number of times before. And this is my favorite upholstery material shop, and we're going to buy some odds and ends here. We'll have look at it when we get home, show you what all we got, because it's pretty exciting, I'll tell you what. And back to the truck. Is this the last trip? No, now I'm going for lunch. Tell you what, there's nothing like Chinese noodle soup in Chinatown. It's the best ever. The flavor, I don't know how they do it. Must be a lot of MSG or something, but it sure is good with pork belly in it. And then we'll unwind from this parkade. That's always cool. Get a little dizzy going down, back up, come around, hit the next one, hit it just right, an inch to spare all the way around, crank the wheel all the way, oop, back up a little bit more. No wonder people complain. But the thing is, again, those parkades were built when cars were a lot smaller. Our trucks. I mean, this is a 4-door Vigo. Well, they call it a Vigo. It would be a Tacoma. Vigo's a great name, hey? And we're heading back out home. We've got all the stuff packed in the truck, and we're heading home. On the left side here is the main train station. I would actually train into Bangkok for these Chinatown excursions because the train comes right here. But then how am I going to pack all the stuff home? So you pretty well have to bring a truck or something. Yeah, it's beautiful though. Then up onto the freeway again, onto the maze. I mean, there are these high-level freeways intertwined going all over the city, and they're just an awesome way to get in and out. So another, hour and 45 minutes, and I will be home. My wife asked me, did you find everything you're looking for? I'm like, actually, I wasn't really looking for anything. It was more of a treasure hunt. I love this stuff. It's striped rubber for putting on trunk floors and on running boards of old cars. So the 46 Chev is going to get these on the running boards and in the trunk. And then there's this hard plastic. This stuff here works really good backing if you're making like a cover for something, upholstering something that you need to have some stiffness behind it. So it was actually 3 feet long, and I cut it to 70 centimeters. The reason is because this bag here, I like these because they don't weigh anything, right? You don't want to put stuff in a suitcase that already weighs like 10 kilos or whatever. Bugs have been in here. But the length of this is 70 centimeters. So that way this will fit end to end in there, rolled up. So I'm going to cut this rubber to 70, and then these other ones, I'll fold them. These ones here, this is, Naugahyde. Wow. I think I got 2 colors. Yeah, there's a black, and then there's a light gray. And so these are actually 170 centimeters, or 140 centimeters. Fold it in half, you're going to have 70, right? So as long as I don't fold it too tight and it makes too much of a crease. And I've got this scrim that I found. I think it's like, it's 10 millimeter, whatever that is, 3/8 or something. I'll put that inside and fold the Naugahyde or whatever, PVC over top, so that the fold isn't like tight crimped. That'll save it from getting marked. And then this one here is the headliner stuff. And it can't be folded, although I've taken 2 trips to Canada with this stuff, folded it nicely like I did with putting some foam in or something so that the fold is not tight. And then I hang it in my basement, and it comes out good. Actually, if there's a crease in something like that you can't get out, just use like a heat gun, a blow dryer or something to do that. So, and then I'm just, I'm measuring everything. And then weighing it on the bathroom scale. This is 10 kilos. These 2 black ones here are another 7 kilos, so that's 17. So I think I can get all of these into one bag and keep it under the 23 kilos limit. Okay, I got 2 of these bags. I don't know if I'll need them both. I've got a lot of other stuff that's heavy. It's better to put in a suitcase. I got lots of electrical fittings. I've kind of running out of my supply in Canada. And then some of the shrink tube, right? And then some solder. And also some of the pieces that I had chromed, I got to take them back this time for my 49 Chev. And I've got more rubber. I buy this 1/2-inch round black foam for making the windlace, and just sew material over it. I got a couple different kinds of material that are supposedly specifically for that. There's a gray one here and a tan one, so whichever one I need. I don't know why it's specifically for that. They're stretchy. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Why would you want it stretchy? Anyway, if I don't use it, it's like a couple bucks for 2 meters of that. I got 4 meters. Oh, there's something else in here. Oh, there's a spool of thread. Now, I don't know, everything in Thailand is nylon thread. You don't really want to use that. You want to use polyester because polyester is UV free or resistant. This stuff here, I had told the guy, I said, well, you know, you don't have any polyester? He said, no, there's no such thing. I said, well, yeah, there is. You just don't have it. But he said, it'll last close to 10 years. And I'm like, you're going to upholster your car, sew it with this stuff, and 10 years later, it's all going to fall apart. Anyway, I probably won't use it, but I got it just for fun. I'll try messing around with it or something. And I bought a cow. Yeah, she's a nice one. Supposed to be burgundy, but really it's brown. They're kind of running out of colors. This is a big cow. She's like, what, 470 feet or something? I don't know what it was. It's huge anyway. And it was $3,500 baht. So that is, well, exactly $100 US. So I'm going to make seats for my 42 Chev with this, and also, yeah, I think so, because I want leather part of it, and then I'll mix PVC with it, just for some style. And but the part you sit on will be leather. It'll be really nice. Yeah, so that's my big deal for today. Really, I could buy all this stuff, maybe locally, or order it, or buy it online, or go to a material shop in our city in Canada. But what fun would there be in that, eh? I just love wandering through these little streets in Chinatown and, you know, looking for treasures and seeing what they got. Hi, honey.
Who are you talking to?
Just talking to everybody. We get 2 suitcases each, and I want one of hers. But, okay, so that's the deal. Yeah, it's just lots of fun. I'm actually fascinated that I like going to Chinatown. When I was younger, I couldn't stand the idea of driving in a city. I don't know, this city's only got 20 million people. This is the first time I stayed overnight there, just because I thought that would be kind of cool, just to kind of get a taste of Chinatown. But absolutely surprising how many tourists there were. I thought it was just for real business people. But the area I stayed in was a tourist area. It was all about the food and stuff. People just crawling over each other to eat noodle soup. I was quite amazed. And then by morning, of course, it's all cleared out. They actually hose the streets down and put all of the little stalls away. So there's areas, different areas. So there's one area where all of the leather and material shops are. You know, the foam, all that kind of stuff is one area. There's other areas that have like all of the rubber stuff. And there's other areas that have like just different things. It's quite amazing everything you get. Another area for all musical instruments. I put on 17,500 steps going from shop to shop. Yeah, my feet are flat and my shoes are dirty. I'm going to wash them. Anyway, see you on the next episode.